Hey there, my name's Kyle Watson. I'm a local Austin, Texas realtor. But here's the thing, I specialize in and I live in Leander specifically. I live here with my wife and my two little girls, and I care about the people, I care about this community, and I'm here to tell you a story about a client of mine who lives in Travisso and how I was able to help him sell his home. And not just sell it, but outperform the rest of the market today that we see happening in Travisso specifically. But before I tell that story, I want to set you up with what is happening specifically in Travisso right now. In 2024, we've had over 155 homes listed for sale in Travisso. It's a lot of homes, and it's indicative of what's happening across of Austin as a whole. In this entire market, we're seeing more sellers today than we have in over a decade. So a lot of people trying to sell and not as many people buying. I know that because the average time of market has gone up. Do you know how long it takes the average home in Travisso to sell? 4 months. It's over 4 months to sell a home in Travisso today on average. So that means there's homes that are listed. You've probably seen the signs, or your neighbors, or down the street where you've had homes sitting on the market for a long time. And here's the reality. Sellers are having to compete for a smaller pool of buyers today. And the other thing is that we're coming out of a market from 2021 and 2022 when a lot of people bought at a very high price, and they still have expectations of that their home may be worth that. They were used to seeing these big numbers of their home valuations, and they still want to try to accomplish this highest and best price for their homes, which leaves them sitting on the market for a much longer period of time. And that's a tough thing for most sellers. So here's the story I want to tell you. I had a client call me this summer. He says, Kyle, I want to sell my house. I said, perfect. Where do you live? I'm in Travisso. I'll be right there. I head over there. I meet with him. He tells me his story. He tells me what he's trying to accomplish. I listen very carefully. What do you want to accomplish through this sale? What's a win look like for you? He tells me what's going on, and I look at the data. I get to work, and I put together a plan. And when I showed him the plan, we review it together, we wrestle over it, we're picking it apart, and ultimately, it's not what he wanted to see. It's again, he's coming out of 2021 and 2022 when home prices are huge. He's looking at his tax bill and seeing what they say his home is worth, all of this stuff. And yet we look at the data and we look at what's happening on specifically in Travisso, and we come up with a plan that's going to work to sell his home competitively today in that specific market. After a couple weeks, he says, okay, let's go for it. I went back over there. We signed all the paperwork. We looked around the home. We prepared it for pictures. We got the pictures taken. We listed it for sale. Within 1 day, we had an offer for his home. Within 7 days, we had a second offer. And within 12 days of listing his home for sale, we had a third offer. 2 days later, we're under contract for his home to be sold. Here's the deal. I didn't do anything magical. I didn't have any secret sauce or anything like that, but I did do two things very specifically to outperform the rest of the market and the rest of the sellers trying to sell their homes in Travisso specifically. And if you want to know what those are, here's what they are. Here's what we tried to accomplish. Two things specifically. And as a homeowner, if you're thinking about selling your home or you're trying to sell your home today, here's what you need to do. Two things specifically. One is you got to price it right. You can't look at what your home was worth. You can't look at what the tax bill says your home is worth. You can't look at what Zillow says your home is worth. You need a professional who will look at the data today, what's happening in Travisso today in your specific small, tiny niche market, and see what is your home worth today and how are you going to compete with the other sellers there. If you want to sell your home, you have to price it strategically and competitively. And number two, once you get your price right, you've got to market it extraordinarily well. Okay, so over 80% of buyers are shopping for their homes online first. So they're looking, they're scrolling, they're looking on Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, Homes.com. They're looking at all of these different platforms, and then when they see the homes that they like, then they're telling their realtor, and if they're qualified, then they'll go look and buy and all that stuff. But until then, they're just scrolling, they're just looking. And if your home doesn't capture their attention immediately, right there, just like if they're scrolling on TikTok or something else, if your home doesn't capture their attention, then they're just going to swipe on. They're going to move on. It's going to be forgettable. So how do we set your home up and capture all of its uniqueness and its value proposition and make it stand out from all of the rest of the competition? That's marketing. That's what an excellent realtor will do for you. Not just on those online platforms, but creating other opportunities on YouTube and social media and broker to broker opportunities and email, etc. So we priced this house right and we marketed it beautifully. You do those two things and you set yourself up to finding a great buyer to buy your house today. So here's the thing, guys. If you live in Travisso and you're curious about what your home is worth, or you're curious about what it would take to sell your home, please reach out to me. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. You can find my contact information in the description of this video right now, and I'll be happy to chat with you and answer any questions that you may have. I love helping people. I love walking alongside of them, coming alongside of them, seeing them achieve their goals, and getting them the desired outcomes that they want and need when it comes to buying or selling the property. And number two is, if you are interested in seeing more content like this, you want more market updates for Travisso, I'll be publishing more videos updating you with what's going on specifically in Travisso as the market continues to change and evolve. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can do that by clicking on the logo in the bottom right hand corner of this video. It's an easy way to subscribe. You'll also see all the beautiful property tours and other content that I publish here to help people in the Austin area, or people not living here who want to potentially move here. That's for anybody who's interested in real estate. And again, I'm just trying to build connection and serve people through my videos. So if that looks interesting to you, hit the subscribe button, reach out to me in the information below, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.